there everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of Ladder Up, where today we're back with Team Bubba Ducks, and it's Monday, and I am currently on vacation, so these have been all pre-recorded, and I'm in a bit of a hurry to get these recorded, so I don't know if we're going to get 2 battles per episode. I might, depending on the time, just cut it at 1, and I apologize, but I got plenty of other videos you can go watch if you get a little bored, and if you've watched all those, go watch them again, maybe. Or, I don't know, there's always Netflix. There's lots of good stuff on there. Moana's on Netflix. That's a fun time, And you know what else is a really fun time? Is when I'm in a hurry, and I'm trying to get battles, and there's no trainers playing. Always a fun time. Alright, Shiny. Speaking of Moana, if you haven't seen that movie, it's the best song in the movie. It's Shiny. Giant crab covered in treasure sings a song about how pretty he is, and it's hilarious. So, Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini, Garchomp, Arcanine, Mimikyu, Snorlax. I think we want to go with... We could go Ducks. It's a possibility. We could also go Bewear. Bewear's pretty chill. Part of me really wants to go... It's a question of, if Mimikyu Snorlax comes, I want to go Tapu Koko, Bewear. Hands down. If anything else comes, I probably want double Ducks. Let's see here. I think the play is to go Tapu Koko, Pelipper. I'm going to want Bewear. And then, do I want Metagross or Muck? Muck helps with 3 of them. Metagross helps with everything really besides... I mean, Arcanine I don't like. I think Metagross is probably better here. I find myself really only bringing Muck when it's just like hard Trick Room matchup, like hard Trick Room team as the opponent, and Lele Drifblim. Then I bring it. I think this is a pretty decent middleman. The only bad thing would be if my opponent goes like Garchomp, Tapu Koko, Mimikyu Snorlax. Okay. So my instincts were correct, and then I thought Mimikyu Snorlax were going to come out. But this is not bad. Not bad. The one thing I don't want is I don't want Trick Room to get set up. If I can prevent Trick Room from getting set up and Snorlax still gets off the belly drum, that's not bad. Because I have Bewear, and it's adorable. So we're going to Volt Switch here. We're going to double into Mimikyu. Now if Mimikyu protects, and like Snorlax high horsepowers, Tapu Koko, that's like worst case scenario. I feel like the worst thing. So we're going to break that Disguise. Now, I don't know if this Brine will knock it out. Usually, like, Mimikyu are either just, like, Jolly Max Speed, or, like, in this case, maybe it's Relaxed, but they're usually either Relaxed or, like, no bulk. So, I should be able to hit Specially. I think I have to go into Bewear. My opponent can make a really good play and just double into Koko. That's a thing you could do. That'd be bad for me. Okay, so... Snorlax, Belly Drums, and Trick Room. Okay. So that went about what I thought it would. And this is exactly why we have Bewear. It's exactly why we have Bewear. Now the Snorlax is going to be tempted to just attack Bewear. But we can survive that. We can survive that. We have the power. So this is why we brought Bewear. Specifically for this reason. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll brine into Mimikyu. And I guess that's all we can do. That's all we really need to do. Because if we can do that, we can pick up these 2. Withdraw Mimikyu into Tapu Fini. Ooh, please just go for an attack. Please attack me. Return into Bewear. We live that, baby. We live in that, baby. Woo! Feels good. Feels good! And now you've got my bear in Trick Room. And my bear is here to party. Look at that. Look at that damage. That was a +6 Snorlax. This is exactly why Bewear is amazing. It gets wide guard. It hard counter Snorlax. It gets Ice Punch for coverage. And it's adorable. What more could you want in a Pokemon? Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, and so you bring in your Tapu Fini because you want to do your little heal pulse shenanigans. I ain't about that. I ain't about that. Would a Hurricane have been better here? Absolutely. But guess what? That's not what I went for. It's leftovers Fini. So it's probably all bulk with heal pulse and swagger, some other stuff. But yeah, fun times. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? It felt good for me. Feel good for you? So now what do you do? You bring in Mimikyu. Yeah, okay. Well, Bewear has done its job. It has done its job. So the worst thing we could see would be like a Muddy Water. But I could double protect, but I don't want to give anybody the opportunity to do anything. You know, I'd like to be able to pick up the Mimikyu if possible. So who do I have in the back? Metagross. So I think here I'm going to brine the Mimikyu. I don't think Mimikyu has Protect. And if I can just get out of this business with the Tapu Fini, this woo, feels good. It's exactly why we have that. Bewear's putting in the finest of work right now. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so good. Probably trying to undo Trick Room there, honestly, with Mimikyu. So, yeah, if we just get out of this Trick Room business, Tapu Koko comes back in and destroys this Tapu Fini. The only bad thing would be a Garchomp. Hopefully there's no Garchomp in the back. If it's like Arcanine, that's way better. Way better. For us, at least. That's not what I want to see. But there is hope. How many turns of Trick Room are left? 2. Okay, so the question here is, does the Garchomp protect? Because if Garchomp protects, I want to protect the bear, I think. Or do I even care? Actually, no. If I just get enough damage on it, because I was trying to find a way to Ice Punch it to knock it out. But if I just get enough damage on it, then I'm good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call your shit. And I'm going to double into the Garchomp, because that's the threat. I can Oko the Fini with Thunder. That's not a problem. My instinct is always correct. Always correct. Just Moonblast Bewear or something. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Oh. Well. Oh, well now. Interesting. So now my opponent pretty much, it comes down to, does my opponent get a double protect? One turn Trick Room left. So here's the play. Here's the play. I think our best option is go for a Tailwind. As Trick Room expires, go for a Tailwind. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. We already saw, I think we saw that the Fini outspeeds, right? Goes for a double protect, doesn't get it, so this might knock out, it might not. I don't know. It just straight up knocks out. That's lovely. That's beautiful. And honestly, if my opponent just goes for a Muddy Water or like knocks out either of my Pokemon, it's not the end of the world. Moonblast into Bewear, into Pelipper. Do we survive that? We do not. That's okay though. That's fine. Rain stops. That's not super great. But we can bring in Koko here. And now it's pretty much game over. Pretty much. We got 5 turns of Electric Terrain, and we can just sit here and Volt Switch. This is exactly what we're here for. I'm going to Wide Guard to protect from Muddy Water. And I'll Volt Switch the Tapu Fini. And it's pretty much game over. My opponent might just forfeit, but you know that that's game over. That's the end of it. Wide Guard? No. Okay. So the only thing you can hit me with is Moonblast. And that would have to go into either Bewear or Metagross. And I'm fine with either one of those. You do live. I mean, you live. That was a modest life force. So that's a very bulky Tapu Fini. And we go into the Metagross. Woo, baby. I like it. Wide Guard coming in clutch. Feels good. Feels good. And now we just, you know, we just bullet punch. And we don't even have to bullet punch. We can just sit here and we can Meteor Mash. Because Tapu Fini can't do anything but Moonblast. And if you Moonblast Bewear, Tapu Koko comes back in. Exactly. That's exactly what we want to see. Right there. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, man. So I feel good. I feel good. Definitely Wide Guard was definitely the play. Because I was never using Double Edge enough that it was useful. Basically, you get 2 really strong fighting type attacks and ice coverage. And that's pretty good. So with Superpower, you know, normally it lowers your attack and defense by 1 stage. But it's base 120 power, super strong. So the idea is that you're either using your Z move, in which case it's super powerful, way more powerful, and doesn't lower your stats, or you've gotten that off and you're using superpower again, at which point you've either picked up a KO, or best case scenario picked up 2 KOs, or you've picked up, a worst case scenario, you've hopefully picked up at least 1 KO, or you've picked up 1 KO and done a lot of damage to something else. Bewear's got knocked out and you get a free switch into something fast and hard hitting, such as Golduck and Rain or Tapu Koko. That's the idea. That's the reason why I got rid of Double Edge, because, I mean, normal type coverage is nice. It's neutral on everything besides Steel and Rock. And you obviously can't hit Ghost. But other than that, it doesn't really do a ton. And there's nothing in the format that I really want that neutral damage on that I don't get with fighting type, that I don't get with the superpower that would warrant that slot. So I thought Wide Guard's probably better. Let me try that out. And I tried it in testing. I liked it. And in that situation right there, you saw it was really good. Tapu Fini, unless they have Scald, they don't have a good way to touch your opponents, especially when you have Metagross. You can't do it. Protects Tapu Koko from possible... If they've already burned their Z move, protects Tapu Koko from Earthquakes. It's really nice. Protects same thing for Metagross. It protects you from Earthquakes. If you're in a situation where you know your opponent has like Discharge Tapu Koko, you can Wide Guard to protect from that. So like let's say it's like Tapu Koko Marowak. I've thought this through way too much. Here's the only thing they can touch you with. Bewear can take a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt in electric terrain. It can. So that leaves Pelipper. So So Pelipper has Focus Sash. It can survive an attack. But if they have like Discharge Tapu Koko and Marowak, and you have, let's say, Pelipper and Bewear, what you can do is you can Wide Guard, and if you don't have the speed advantage, Tailwind. Or if you're really worried about it, you can just Wide Guard, protects you from Discharge and Dazzling Gleam, and they can't single target electric type attack because they're on Marowak, and then you just brine the Marowak to knock it out. And then after that, they're forced to make a decision. So I really like it overall. It's really nice. It also helps against the Lilligant Torkoal matchup. It helps a lot against that. Because Bewear, even though it has the Fluffy ability, which if you have Rain, it's not a problem. You're weaker to fire type attacks, but usually Torkoal only either have Eruption or Heat Wave. Seldom anymore do they even have Flamethrower or Overheat, say. Usually only ever see like Eruption, Heat Wave, or even Lava Plume. I've seen some. But, against the Lilligant Torkoal matchup, you can literally just lead Koko Bewear, and you can, if you're fearing the Grass Z move, you can hard switch Koko into Pelipper, and then you can Wide Guard. Or if you like hard predicting the after you Eruption, you literally just Wide Guard, and then Thunderbolt, or actually probably better just Volt Switch the Lilligant, and the next turn you have Pelipper Bewear, and you're good to go. But anyways, yeah, so this is only going to be one battle this episode, but I wanted to kind of explain the team a little bit and that change, because I think it's important. You saw it work there, but, I also want to explain the reasoning behind it. And sorry to drag on, but yeah, in a bit of a hurry, so I'm just going to wrap it up here today. And I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button down below. If you're not already, subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And I hope to see you back for another episode of Ladder Up.